What is going on, everybody? Welcome to the live pregame show of the Pride Podcast. Today we have the Chicago Bears edition, and I'm joined by my good guy, Pierre, man. Pierre, we usually don't see you, man. See the ticket holder. What's going on?
I'm doing great, Marco. I got a question for you, bro.
What's
Are
up?
you in Chicago right now? Like,
Oh,
you got the beanie on. Aren't you in Florida?
Oh
What's going
shit,
on,
man!
bro?
All right, so you're gonna just point that out right now. Okay, this is my winter. Okay, this is it got to the 50s today, and then
50s?
I'm trying to
You got a winter hat on in the 50s?
I got a winter hat. I got the coat. I got the jacket.
Yeah.
I got the thing is right now we don't have much winter. So if like when you want to feel like it's in winter and you want to throw on some winter clothes, this is the only chance you have. Okay, so this is what I'm doing right now. All right, this is our winter. It's in the 50s. I don't
I do
care.
like the Lion swag. I like the Lion swag. That's probably why you did it, right? An excuse to wear the hat. The hat is pretty nice.
Of course.
All right, I'll give you that. But, bruh, it's 50 degrees, bro. Come on. All right. All just aside, man, I'm so ready for this game, bro. You know, last week was an L. This week they're pissed off. Going to Chicago. Let's get this dub.
Yeah, man. Last week was an L, but now it's time to bounce back. Let's go. All right, man. Let's just jump right to the injury report, man. The inactives. Pierre, Chicago Bears, man. What are they looking like today?
Yeah, the biggest one out is Ravon Dexter. He gave us issues on Thanksgiving, their defensive line, defensive tackle. Other guys, running back Travis Homer, left tackle Kyron Amaga DJ, offensive lineman Doug Kramer, DB Amir Speed, and linebacker Noah Sewell. Yes, Noah Sewell is Panay's brother.
Yeah. Yeah, you know, I just realized I just realized he was on the Bears this whole time. Yeah, I knew he was on a practice squad somewhere, but I didn't know exactly which team he was on. But yeah, he's on the Bears. Shit.
Yeah, he's on the Bears right now. So yep. Malcolm,
yes,
you got the Lions injury report?
I do, man. We have some guys on here. So for the Detroit Lions, we have running back David Montgomery, which is a guy who kind of dodged IR, but he is on the inactive report today. Quan Alexander, linebacker, is inactive. Giovanni Manu is inactive. Graham Glasgow is inactive from injury. Kobe Schwarzel is inactive. Jonah Williams is inactive. And Broderick Martin is inactive. Now, to keep in mind with this list, the only one that's really injured is Graham Glasgow and David Montgomery. Everybody else is a healthy scratch. So, I mean, take it as you want. I think that's kind of, is that like a positive that we only have two, like, injured guys that's on the roster right now, or
yes, consider how the year has went. Yeah, but also Ifeatu Melifonwu is active for the first time this year. He's in, and it looks like Christian Mahogany. He posted something on Twitter last night. It looks like he's getting the start over Graham Glasgow. We'll see if that holds up. But I'm just going by what he posted last night on Twitter. If you want to go check out his Twitter, go check it out. But looks like Mahogany's starting in place.
Okay, and if it's not him, then it will be what, Coyote Yoshika?
Coyote Yoshika, who's actually been pretty good this year as well.
Okay, I mean, shoot, I mean, I don't think we're gonna really feel that loss that much, but we'll see. We'll see how it goes. So that's the injury report. So for this game, the Detroit Lions versus the Chicago Bears, round 2.
Yep.
Last time we played the Bears, it was a close one. I mean, they shot themselves. You could definitely say they shot themselves in the foot.
Yeah, they did.
Is this game going to be kind of similar? Do you see this game being as close as last time, or is the Lions going to run away with this one?
Well, just a couple of things off last one. So the Lions, I believe, had 2 penalties last time we played them in the red zone. And then they had a fumble when they were like marching down. So I don't think it's going to be as close. It kind of felt like after the first half on Thanksgiving, supposed to be they're supposed to have like 28 points on the board. They left some points off the board because of the penalties and whatever. But I'm just looking at what the Lions did last time. So they had 33 carries for 194 yards, 5.9. Monty had 21 of those, but Gibbs had 9 for 87. I'm expecting Gibbs to have around 15 to 20 carries and then a few passes as well. But you got to run the ball, Malcolm. Didn't really run the ball versus Green Bay that well. Didn't run versus Buffalo that well. Buffalo, you had to go to the pass. But I feel like this game, the Lions need to control the line of scrimmage on both sides of the ball. Then they need to get the run game going, especially against, a Bears defense that's not really good against the run this year.
The thing there's something to point out with the Bears, and I think this is hilarious. This is a very hilarious stat. If you're anybody in NFC North and get a giggle over the Bears whenever something goes wrong, I didn't think it was a possibility for them to get actually worse. But since that Hail Mary play and since they start firing everybody, this team took major steps backwards everywhere, offensively, defensively, hell, special teams, everywhere on the board. They took steps back, which I think is a very hilarious stat. I'm with you, man. I don't think this is gonna be a close game because they just look so far like they took so many steps backwards that I think this is gonna be a totally different game from last time. That's gonna be played. The Bills a very competitive game, and like I said, they shot themselves in the foot. But they just this game. I mean, I don't see an area where they thrive in. They look terrible.
No, ever since they fired their coach, Matt Eberflus, their defense has taken a massive hit. They rank last to dead last in almost every category. If I could find that stat, it'll show up later. But the Bears, they do have talent on both sides of the ball, right? They do. The problem is offensively, Caleb Williams just holds onto the ball forever and wants to make a home run play. He doesn't like to check it down. He always wants that home run play. When it's not there, he's just holding onto the ball and he gets a sack. And I don't know if you watched the Packers versus the Bears game. That was going on all game.
Oh, I mean, I think he's just playing like a rookie, and I think a lot of rookies go through that. Is that they're so primary read friendly as far as they're only looking for that primary option, and then they're really hesitant to go to the second read, third read, and like go down the line to see who's open. He's looking for that home run hit, like you said, and he is holding that ball too long. And it got worse. Like you saw before that Hail Mary, before that Chicago Bears game versus the Lions and they screwed up, you saw a little progression with Caleb Williams. Like you're like, all right, he's showing thrives. He's showing that he could be an NFL quarterback. But since that game, since the Lions, he's been taking steps backwards. He really looks like the worst quarterback drafted in this draft class right now. And it's been ever since that Detroit Lions game. I ain't had that same argument before that game. Before that game, he looked solid. He may be, maybe in the top three. Now, wasn't the best quarterback in that draft class playing right now, but you can put him in the top three. But now he just took major steps backwards. Like he looks awful. He looks terrible. But I think the only positive with him is that he's not turning the ball over. Thank God he's not turning the ball over. I mean, you mix that in. If you make turnovers with that, you may have like a Jamarcus Russell. But he's not turning the ball over, which is, I guess, is somewhat of a positive. But he's just taking steps backwards, and he's hurting the team.
Malcolm, he had that issue also at USC, just holding on to the ball too long, running around with the ball, thinking it's like backyard football. I mean, you could get away with that in college, but NFL you can't. But I just found this stat that I want to share with you. So the Bears defense, the first 6 games, they allowed 16.8 points. They allowed 292 yards. They allowed 10 touchdowns, and they were 43.8 in red zone opposition percentage. Now, their last 8 games, they're 0-8. They've allowed 25.9 points, 395.4 yards, 21 touchdowns, and they're 50% in red zone, allowing a TD. So their numbers have dramatically dropped since they fired Matt Eberflus. And part of that, too, when you look at their stat, I think they're short-staffed as well. They fired Shane Waldron. They had their OC. What's his name? Oh, damn it.
I don't know who took over. I have no idea who took over.
It was their OC. I want to say his name is Thomas Bryant, if I'm not mistaken. He was their OC. Then he becomes the head coach. So, they're short-staffed on offense. And on defense, that was Matt Eberflus's baby. We know that.
Yeah.
And when they lost him, their defense has just taken a massive hit. They're not the same. They don't look disciplined. They're not playing the way they used to play. The guys kind of look like they gave up. I mean, I was watching an interview today. DJ Moore was talking about Cancun.
Yeah. The guys, they're out of it. I mean, and if your guys are out of it, it's going to show on the field. I mean, we've seen it with Detroit Lions in the past. When the players are physically out of it, it's going to show up on the field, and that's what's happening.
Yeah,
it's going really bad for them. I almost feel bad. I almost feel bad for them.
It was Thomas Brown. Thomas Brown's his name.
Thomas Brown.
Thomas
okay.
Brown. Yeah. So, just looking at the matchups, I like the matchup of running the ball. I like the matchup against their other corners not named Jalen Johnson. I like running the ball. I like the running backs against. Notice that running backs, I think Sione Vaki and Craig Reynolds are also still some good players, and they talked up DeMar Jefferson this week. So I like those guys against any linebackers catching the ball, especially Vaki. He's so explosive with the ball in his hand. He gets out in open space. He's not Jahmyr Gibbs, but he's pretty explosive. I don't think anyone's Jahmyr Gibbs, but I mean he's a good player.
I like the fact that Vikings getting a chance today. And
Yeah,
my thing is, I want to know of like I'm trying to figure out how many touches are these other guys are going to get. Are they going to like completely split it? Like they, as far as was when they had Monty and Gibbs, they kind of split it. Like, are they going to like go like half Gibbs and then half these guys, or are they going to go full Gibbs and then sprinkle these guys in certain plays? Like, could we see a game like today? Like, is Gibbs gonna get 30 carries today? Like that. That's what I'm trying to figure out today.
not 30 carries, but I could see like a 75-25 split, if that makes sense, or a 70-30 split.
So 20 plus carries. Is that something safe to say?
I would say 15 to 20 carries, but he's also going to catch the ball. I mean, he's an explosive guy. You want him on the field as much anyways, but
Yeah, he is.
I don't think he's going to get like 90% of the carries. Maybe I'm wrong. We'll see how the game goes. But we just got an update on David Montgomery. The targeted return is a divisional round in the playoffs. So the
Divisional round.
Lions have a bye week. That game, the first playoff game back, they have that'll be it. But if they don't have a bye week, it'll be the second game back if they win the first game.
Yeah. Wow. There it is. The return of Monty.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean that just shows that these next few games might be huge for the Lions because if we could handle our business, we control that one seed and we have that bye. But if we drop one, it's gonna be very difficult. I think it will come down to that week 18 game with the Vikings.
Absolutely. But this game though, one thing that kind of concerns me a little bit is the injuries up front for Detroit. I
There's something
still
that
think they could
concerns you.
generate. I know I'm front. I still think they could generate pressure, but where's the Bills? Those guys were covering forever. Now I don't. I know the Bears' offense is not as efficient as the Bills, but you still want to pressure Caleb and get in his face and hit him a little bit because even AG says like our corners cannot cover that long. It's impossible. Don't
Yeah,
matter who if you have five drill Revis says you can't cover for 5 seconds. I don't care who you are. But yeah, just keep Caleb in the pocket. He did hurt us in the second half of that game.
you did.
So keep him in the pocket and force him to throw from the pocket. Don't let him get out of the pocket. That's when he turns into backyard football.
Yeah,
With him, and he's good at that.
and you know what? I think with the Bills last year, I think that's last week. The Bills last week, I think that's what they're trying to do. I think that's why you didn't see that much pressures and as far as on Josh Allen because you're trying to keep him in that pocket, and you don't want him to escape that pocket. You don't want to over pursue, because once you over pursue, he finds a lane and he takes off, and he'll kill you. Hopefully, it's a little different this week because Caleb Williams, yeah, he's dangerous outside the pocket, but he's still making inaccurate throws sometimes. Most of the times, he's not Josh Allen. Josh Allen's out the pocket, it's over. But Caleb Williams is a little bit different quarterback right now. I think at this stage where he is right now, I personally don't really mind him if he's outside the pocket because he's gonna try to make backyard throws and it could hurt him because he's gonna try to throw balls across his body, and yeah, a lot of times that doesn't work. I mean, sometimes it could work, but a lot of times it doesn't work, and it could be bad for him. So I don't know. I mean, I think they didn't really get after him this week. Put pressure on him and force him to make some bad throws, man.
Now we have more updates. So Mahogany is starting at left guard, and this is interesting. When the Lions are in nickel defense and warm-ups, Robertson and Tyrion Arnold are your starters on the outside, and Branch is in the nickel. So I'm guessing Iffy and Kirby are your safeties when they go in nickel, but when they're in base, probably Branch comes in and maybe Iffy takes a seat or he becomes like that third linebacker.
Yeah, so that sounds like
Not
Branch is
surprising
playing.
at all.
Yeah, no, that's good. Wait, you said who's on the outside? Is
Arnold. So in
Yeah,
nickel
Arnold.
defense, not base. In nickel defense, it's Arnold and Amik on the outside with Branch in the nickel.
Okay, that's good. That's good.
Yeah,
That's the best case scenario. We have our best corners out there. I think as far as covering guys,
I agree.
and with that, even if they go in their base defense, you could put Brian Branch right back at safety, and then if he's gonna take a seat. But I think this
Or
game they
he could play
mainly
that hybrid linebacker safety role, like kind of line up as a linebacker too.
he could, but I'm not. Well, yeah, I mean our linebackers are kind of banged up, so yeah, I could see that. I
Yeah.
could see that happening. Yeah, I mean either or. I mean I'm fine with it. I'm glad they're rolling that way.
Yeah, I actually like that. And Amik is a lot better on the outside. You look at his numbers last year; he's a lot better on the outside than he is in the nickel. This year's played in the nickel because the Lions got Carlton Davis. Unfortunately, he's out for the year. So Amik is on the outside now, and Branch is your nickel, and then hopefully Rakestraw will be back in a couple weeks as well.
I just realized another thing. Emmanuel Mosley's active today, so that's a somewhat of a positive that he may see this field.
Campbell said he had his best week of practice. He's looked the best he's looked. So
sweet.
Yep.
So I mean, he's getting closer. He's getting closer to play, I guess. So I mean,
he's active. He's playing.
I know that, but I'm like, how much? What's his role going to be today? Like, is backup?
Maybe you did lose Dorsey as your gunner. He's a great gunner on. Maybe he's going to be special teams. I don't know. We'll see.
Yeah. And then you have fan favorite Kendall Vildor, everybody's favorite.
Vildor has actually played solid this year. He had like that one bad game, but he's been pretty solid.
Oh, don't tell that to Tyler.
That is what it is, man. Nothing Tyler, for a backup.
Hates that guy.
It's not as bad for a backup. It really isn't.
Last week we were comparing him. I think it's a solid comparison.
Wait, Will Harris?
No.
Who?
Nevin Lawson.
That's fair.
It's fair, right? Like, I mean, I think they play similar. I call them twins. I mean, shoot. But I mean, yeah, Nevin Lawson. All right, back to the game. We got kind of sidetracked there, talking about fan favorite Kendall Vildor. Shoot, we're talking about the offense of the Bears. The defense now.
Yeah, the defense.
They're missing a key guy in the middle.
Javon Dexter.
Yeah. Is this bad for them?
Sweat, their best lineman will be lined up mainly against Sewell. So their best pass rusher. And then on the other side, they got Darrell Taylor. He's all right. They also got Walker as well, DeMarcus Walker. But they don't really have a pass rush that scares you. Their linebackers, they're talented, but they've struggled this year. Their safeties have 0 picks on the year. Hicks, Elijah Hicks, and Byard. Remember Byard from Tennessee was all-pro with them, like a really good career with Tennessee.
Yeah.
Yes, they got Hicks and Byard. I believe they have 0 picks, unless they had a pick last week. Did they get a pick last week?
I doubt it. No.
Oh yeah,
Hicks hasn't had
a pick. Byard is still playing some solid ball, and Hicks is decent, but he's nothing like crazy. So, and then you got Jalen Johnson, who's one of the best corners of football. Yeah, Byard actually has 1 pick now. So,
he does.
They got 1 pick as a duo, whatever. They're not really like those guys don't scare you. But Byard's a really smart player, so you got to know where he's at a little bit. Jalen Johnson, I'd avoid throwing his way as much as you could, and I'd attack the linebackers in coverage and Tyreek Stevenson.
Yeah, and you know what? I think their team is a lot better than
their record.
Yeah, and their ratings. I think they had a really good defensive coordinator or a guy that could scheme these guys right. I think they'll be dangerous. Like, could you imagine what's his name? The Vikings coordinator, defense coordinator. That used to be. Yeah, can you imagine Flores was there as a DC?
Yeah,
these guys would be rock solid if you did have Flores.
They play a lot of zone, cover 2, cover 3. I don't know, like
they have solid. The thing is, like, you look at them on paper, you're like, oh, okay. And there's a reason why they were playing so well at the beginning of the year. Like, everybody was like, oh, wow. Like, I even had people DM me at one point. I think about like week 5, everybody's like, oh shit, this Bears defense might be a little concerning, But I was like, we'll see, But yeah, they fell off a cliff, and if they just had a better guy, like a better leadership in there, they'll be all right. But they're terrible right now.
They're relatively healthy on defense too. It's not like most of their starters. Obviously today it's Dexter, but it's not like
sucks. That's why.
I mean, you got Sweat. You got Edmonds and Sanborn and Edwards. Those are good linebackers. You got maybe Stevenson's not the best, but the nickel court, I didn't even talk about Kyler Gordon. He's a good player too.
Yeah, that's what I told you. On paper, This is a good team. They have good players, but their scheme sucks. They're not being put in the best position to make plays. They suck. I mean, it's bad. It's bad. If I was a fan of the Bears, I would be screaming, fire everybody. Everybody needs to go. Everybody from OC, DC, hell, everybody needs to go right now.
Yeah, no, I mean they basically fired everyone. This guy's just here for the interim, and they're going to hire someone else. And Ben Johnson, there's been a lot of rumblings that he liked the Bears a couple years ago or a year ago. The job wasn't open. We'll see.
No. I don't know. I think Ben Johnson got to go to. Ben Johnson is not going to leave for a maybe situation. I think Ben Johnson's going to leave for a situation that's kind of perfect for him, and he knows he can have success. I don't think he's going to go somewhere to lose, or knows that it may be a rocky start, or the ownership and the GM, they're not on the same page and they're a mess right now. Nah, he's not going to no bullshit situation. He's going to a situation where he's going in, he knows he can win.
Yep. You want to get into our locks and our predictions?
Let's go, man. Locks and predictions. Shit, this ain't going so well for me. But
that's all right. Maybe the winter hat will give you some good luck today.
If I had that first pick, because the first pick, went to you, so you had the first dibs on the locks of the week, and that's where I was gonna go. That was like, all right, this is a for sure lock. Like, I'm convinced with this game. But after that, it's like, oh shit, roll the dice.
Yeah.
All right, but let's start it off with you. So we'll do locks of the week right now. Locks of the week. Pierre, you had the first pick. Just go ahead and tell everybody who your lock was.
Yeah, I got the lock. The Rams -3 against the Jets.
Yeah, that's the one I was gonna pick. But that's a safe bet. That's a safe pick, safe bet. Any bettors out there? If you're betting, shit, I would take. I already put my money on that game. That is definitely a lock in my eyes. Tyler had the second pick. He took the Bucks -3.5 over Dallas.
I like that one too.
Like that one too?
Yeah, Dallas is banged up. They don't have Dak Prescott.
Bro, there's for some reason, like every time I bet against the Dallas, they fuck me. When I bet on them, they fuck me. So it's like I'm scared. I'm scared of Dallas. For real, man. I'm scared of Dallas. Tyler said that's his lock, and we're gonna roll with it. And then my lock, I took San Francisco -2 over Miami. Now, going into this game, Tyreek Hill is questionable. He might not play. They already don't have Jalen Waddle. It's gonna be Tua throwing the ball to absolutely nobody this game if Tyreek Hill does not play. So that's why I went that route. So my lock is San Francisco -2.5 -2 over Miami.
Yep.
All right, let's go into the Lions picks. And bold predictions. Shit.
All right, we'll start with Tyler since he's not here. He sent it to me. He has the Lions winning 28-13, and his bold is 5+ sacks.
5+ sacks. Who's getting those sacks?
I don't know. We'll just say 5+. So more than 5 or more sacks. That's what he's saying.
So maybe Zadarius Smith gets all 5, and then shit.
Maybe if he gets a couple on a sack, maybe Zadarius, maybe Al-Qadim Muhammad, maybe bro from the streets they signed a couple of weeks ago gets one. I don't know.
Shoot, let's go. 5 sacks, 5+ sacks. So that means 5 or more. Let's go. All right, Pierre, who you have?
Yeah, I'm gonna go Lions 31-20. And my bold prediction is the Bama boys combined for 400 yards, scrimmage yards. So J-Mo and Gibbs get 400 yards.
Okay. 400 yards?
Yeah, like combined.
J-Mo and Gibbs. Okay. I like it. I'm a Bama fan. I like that.
Yep.
So with me in this game, I'm going with the Bears to win. Psych.
Yeah, I
was like, what? And all the games you picked all the lines. This is the game you're gonna pick against them? No, hell no, not the Bears. Shoot, no. So I have the Lions winning this game. I don't have the Bears scoring that many points because they just look so bad. Even though they were banged up, they just look so bad these past few weeks. Ever since that game against us, they just look terrible. Shoot, I'm gonna give them 13 points this game. That's it. That's as far as I'm gonna go. So I'm gonna go Lions 32, Bears 13.
Okay, I like that.
Yeah, 32-13. All right. And my bold prediction is Jared Goff. I said this in the past, will throw 5 touchdowns. Let's just roll with it. Jared Goff, 5 touchdowns.
He did last week, didn't he?
Did he?
Yeah.
Let's roll with it, man. 5 touchdowns, Jared Goff.
What's crazy is the Lions won with Jared Goff throwing 5 picks, and they lost with Jared Goff throwing 5 touchdowns.
That's wild. Yeah.
The Texans in the Bills game.
Yeah. No, but this one's gonna be on the dub. 5 touchdowns, Jared Goff. He's gonna put the team on his back, and we're gonna roll with it.
Let's roll.
All right. Shoot, Pierre. Do you have anything else, man?
Yeah, some quick injury updates from Ian Rapport, actually.
Oh, okay.
Hutch is on track to come back for the Super Bowl, as we've said all along.
Woo!
Alex Anzalone is going to be back for the first round of the playoffs.
Yep.
You know, the wild card he's expected back. And then so Hutch is 7 weeks away, Anzalone's 3 weeks away, and Montgomery's 4 weeks away.
All right.
Those are all from Ian Rappaport. So that's some big news right there. And yep.
Do we have anybody else? I heard. What about Jerry Reeves Maven? Is he on? They start his clock, right?
No, yeah, they start his clock. He should be back soon. I'm talking about like the guys that are like expected to be miss some time. So
got you. Okay, shoot, that's positive. That's positive. Shoot, we might have these guys for our run. That's good news.
Yes, sir.
All right, man. Well, Pierre, everybody else, that is it for our pregame show. We'll see everybody right after the game, and we will have Tyler. Tyler will be back for our post-game show. So I'll see everybody after the game. Don't want to miss out. Live reactions. Are we going to be pissed? I doubt it. Or are we going to be celebrating? Which I think we will. And that is it. So thank you, everybody, for joining. And I am Malcolm, and I am out. Peace.
All right, guys. I'm out. Peace.